Why South African upcoming artists don't get successful with their music career so easily. My name is Donda SD. Today I will be showing you the life of an upcoming artist in reality. Don't go anywhere.
Donda SD, Donda SD.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Donda SD. I'm an upcoming artist. So today I will be showing you the reason why we as upcoming artists find it difficult to be successful in our music career. The fact that we live in rural areas in South Africa, it is not easy because we do not have much access in things that could help us to be successful with our music career. For example, studios, internet, Wi-Fi. The data is very expensive, and if you are a musician and you need to push your music to promote it, you have to have a data, you have to have internet access. So as people living in rural areas, it is hard for us to get those things, to have an access in such things, which comes to that we grow up having that dream in our mind that one day I want to be successful, one day I will make it, but you don't, because it is hard. As you can see behind me, this is my mini bedroom studio, just a mic and my laptop I use to practice recordings so that I can be better in singing. But the fact is I need a professional music studio so that I can record quality. In the place I'm living right now, we do not have such studios, which make it hard for me to record quality music. I try, and even if I have an access to those places like big studios which produce quality music, the problem will be money. So let's take a look at how we make living in rural areas. So behind me are the trees called gum trees. We plant these trees, we sell them in order to get something to put on top of the table. Making a living out of planting trees is not easy, because you have to wait for 5 years in order for those trees to be ready to be harvested. So as an artist who is living in rural areas, living this kind of life, it makes it hard for me to push my music in the way that I need, because each and every way to promote your music, it needs capital or money, which is hard for a person who lives in rural areas just like me. So I'm going to be showing you how we get money for a living as people who are living in rural areas. Since I was young, this is what me and my parents used to do so that we can receive some income. And even now, I'm still doing this because I'm currently unemployed. So as you've seen those lands, we farm there, we plant trees, we do everything in order for us to get something to eat or to sell something in order to buy other things. It is hard, very hard, because you start farming at an early stage, which comes to the result that as a person who lives in rural areas, I don't like agriculture, because it feels like you are a slave. You have to work. That's the option we have. You have to work at the farm so that you can get something to eat. So I know some people will ask, why don't we do that as a business? Before you have a business, you should have a capital. If you do not have a capital, every raw material you have, it's just useless. So it's a problem when you want to achieve such dreams like music if you live in rural areas, because you start. As for I started at an early age to contribute in everything we have in the family, because you have to come back from school, you go to the farm, you help your parents, in the morning you have to go to school. Every day you have to do that same routine. And other people will say, Donda SD said in South Africa, kids or artists find it hard to be successful, but some of them are successful. 90% of those artists who are successful by luck, or they didn't live the life that you are living right now. It needs a lot of capital in order for us to start businesses in such rural areas, because there is small population. Even if you want to sell something, few people are going to buy that, and most people do not afford to buy those things, which is a problem for us. Even if you want to go to this professional studio, yes, you might try and make money for that single track you can release or an EP, but the problem is the transport, and you cannot record the whole album or an EP in one day. So if you have to move from here to, let me say, to Japan, it is too far, and you'll need a place to crash, food to eat, which it is hard for us people living here to afford that. So that's the reason why it is hard for us musicians or upcoming artists to be successful if we are living in rural areas. Please remember, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and also comment if you want to know more about the life we are living. And I like the fact that I'm talking about my own life. It's not that I was living that life. I'm talking about the life I'm living right now. Maybe one day I will say I went through that, but right now I'm telling you about the things I'm going through right now. This is my life. Those are the things that happens. Those are the challenges I'm facing as an upcoming artist. I know there are some artists from South Africa who has lived the same life as I'm living right now, and they are successful now. And most of them, don't get me wrong, most of them, they are successful because their music were heard, or their talent was seen by the right people, or they were at the right place at the right time. But for us, South African, living in rural areas, it is very, very, very hard. And I'm hoping that one day I will make it through my hard work, my own hands. Not that I'm waiting for someone to say, come, I will help you. Because even though we are living the toughest life, I'm trying to push, because I hope one day is one day. Some people used to compare people living in urban areas and rural areas, especially artists. If you've noticed, in South Africa, most of the successful artists lived in urban areas. Not like they were rich or something, but living in urban areas gives you some opportunities, because you do not. So guys, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to press that notification icon there. And please follow me on my Spotify account or Deezer, anyway, so that you can hear my music. Peace.
Donda SD.